They told me I wasn't scholarship material within the first 30 seconds. Then one of them asked where I went to high school, and I watched the room go silent. This scholarship was everything to me. My application was strong. 4. 0 GPA. Perfect attendance record. 3 recommendation letters. But the interview panel didn't care about any of that. 5 people sitting across from me in a conference room. 4 of them looked bored. The 5th one, a woman in her 40s wearing pearls, picked up my application like it was contaminated. She scanned it for maybe 10 seconds. Then she set it down. She looked at me. Not at my application. At me. My jeans from Goodwill. My flannel shirt. My boots that were clean but worn. She smiled. It wasn't a kind smile. She said we're looking for well-rounded students. Students with diverse experiences and strong academic foundations. Students who are prepared for the rigors of university life. I said I understand. She said I'm not sure you do. Then the man next to her asked, where did you go to high school? I told them. The room went completely silent. The silence lasted exactly 3 seconds. Then the woman with the pearls said, homeschooled. In Alaska. That explains a lot. I asked what it explained. She said homeschooling is fine for some students, but it doesn't provide the structure and rigor that traditional schools offer, especially not in remote areas. You're competing against students who attended top-ranked high schools with experienced teachers and advanced placement programs. I said I had access to online AP courses. The man next to her cut me off. He said access isn't the same as completion. I don't see any AP scores on your transcript. No SAT subject tests. No academic competitions. Nothing that shows you can handle university-level work. I started to respond, but another panelist spoke over me. She was younger than the others, maybe late 20s. She said I'm concerned about your extracurricular activities, or lack thereof. You have nothing listed. No sports, no clubs, no leadership positions. How do you explain that? I said my schedule didn't allow for it. She said everyone has a schedule. Time management is a critical skill for college success. The woman with the pearls leaned forward. She said, let me be direct. This scholarship is extremely competitive. We award it to students who have demonstrated excellence in multiple areas. Academics, leadership, community involvement. You have a decent GPA, but that's not enough. I said I understand that. She said I'm not sure you do. The students we typically award this to come from rigorous academic environments. They've been challenged. They've been pushed. They've proven they can excel under pressure. She looked at my application again. She said you were homeschooled in rural Alaska with no extracurriculars and no advanced coursework. That doesn't show me you're prepared for this level of institution. I felt something snap inside me. I said you're right. I didn't have time for debate club or student government. She said then we're done here. I said I didn't have time because I was raising 3 kids and running a fishing business after my parents died. The woman with the pearls blinked. She said you were raising 3 children. I said yes. My parents died in a car accident 3 months before I turned 18, right before I was supposed to graduate. I had 3 younger siblings, 16, 14, and 12. I could have finished my senior year, walked at graduation, started college that fall like I'd planned, but someone had to take care of them. Someone had to keep a house. Someone had to run my parents' fishing business so we didn't lose everything. So I finished high school online. Then I did 2 years of community college online, while managing a commercial fishing operation, hiring crews, filing permits, learning the business from the ground up, all while making sure 3 kids had stable lives. The man with gray hair said for 2 years. I said yes. Until the business was profitable enough to run itself. Until I had people I trusted managing day-to-day operations. Until my siblings had stable income and didn't have to worry about money. My oldest sibling just turned 18. He's taking over my role now. The younger woman said, what were you studying? I said architecture. That was always the plan. That's what I want to do. But I put it on hold because my family needed me more than I needed a degree. The woman with the pearls looked down at my application. She didn't say anything. The door opened. An older man in a suit walked in. He looked at the panel with disgust. He said, I'm Martin. I run this program. I was in the next office and heard everything. He sat down next to me. He said, how much is the business worth now? I said about 300,000. He turned to the panel. He said she built a business worth more than most of your salaries while putting herself through community college and raising 3 kids. He looked at me. He said you have the scholarship, full ride, 4 years, and I'm removing her from this committee permanently. The woman with the pearls stood up. She didn't apologize, just gathered her things and left. Martin walked me out of the conference room. In the hallway, he said you mentioned architecture. I said yes. He said we have one of the best architecture programs in the state. I said I know. That's why I'm here. He smiled. He said welcome to the university.